warm welcome to WsCube Tech. So guys, in our previous session we covered what is file handling. We learned how to append in a file, how to write in a file, how to read a file. We also learned about the pickle library in Python. So guys, today we will be doing problem solving based on the topics that we have covered so far. Before that, if you want to become a successful data analyst and if you want to learn from our experts live, then you can call on the given number or you can fill the form that is provided in our description. Not just that, with our every batch, you will be getting 2 demo classes for free. So here I have enlisted 4 questions that will help us solve our problems, and if you have any doubts or any questions, it will help you clear your doubts as well. So let's get started. Our first question over here says, write a program to, first of all, read 5 characters in a file, read a single line in a file, and display number of lines in a file. This is our first question. Our second question says that write a program to search and replace a text in a file in Python. Third question here says write a Python program to open 2 files together in Python. And our fourth question here says write a Python program to copy contents of one file to another file. So we will be solving all these 4 questions one by one. Let's have a look on them. So here our first question says write a program to read first 5 characters in a file. So we will be first of all reading our first 5 characters of a file. I already have a file over here which has hello, this is a practice file. I hope you all like it and thank you. 4 lines written inside it. There is already a text file. Let's first of all open it. That f is equals to open. What we need to open, demo1.txt is the name of my file. And I'll be opening it in a reading mode because I need to read 5 characters over here. Because I need to read 5 characters, we will be opening it in a reading mode. Next thing over here is that we don't have to read a line over here. We need to read characters. So for that, I'll be writing f.read up to 5 lines. And you can store it inside a variable. Let's say x is equals to f.read up to 5 lines, up to 5 characters. So read method over here will allow us to read 5 characters over here, not the 5 lines over here, but just the 5 characters. And lastly, we will be printing our x over here. Let's run and see what output we get. So according to me, we should get hello over here because that has our 5 characters, and which is true that our first 5 characters over here is hello. So that means our program is working perfectly fine. Second says read a single line from a file. So we don't have to read multiple lines. We know that if you want to read multiple lines, in that case we use read lines. But if you want to read only one line, in that case what we will be doing, I will be removing this 5. And instead of read 5, I'll be using read line. Not read lines, but read lines. So if I run it, I get my first line over here, that is hello and a comma along with it. This is my first line over here. Our third question over here says that display number of lines in a file. So how we need to display, so we know that here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lines are there. But how we will be displaying it, we will be finding the length of it. So x is equals to len of what? Len of all the lines which are there. So len of f dot read lines, because there are multiple lines, that's why we will be using read lines, and we need to find its length over here. So according to us, there should be 4 lines in total over here. Let's run and see what output we get. Yes, we are getting 4 over here. That means our program is working perfectly fine. Moving ahead to our next part of the code, that means our next question over here says write a Python program to search and replace a text in a Python file. So let's say I have this file over here, demo.txt. In this I have written hello. This is a practice file. I hope you all like it and thank you. Now what I want is I want to replace this practice word with a demo word. So what I will be doing over here, I will be replacing this practice word with a demo, and I won't be doing it just by directly writing it over here, but I'll be doing it with our Python functions. So for that, first of all, let's open the file in the reading mode. That f is equals to open. And we need to open demo.txt in our reading mode. After reading the file over here, let's create 2 variables which will be holding our words. That means which word we want to replace and what is the replacement word. So first of all, I'll be creating a variable old text. That means what was the previous text that I want to remove. So that would be practice. And new text, that is demo. So that means I want to replace this practice with the word demo over here. Now what we are going to do over here is I'll be creating a variable, and inside that I'll be storing the reading of that file. That means I'll read the file and store it inside a variable. So let's say x is equals to f dot read, open close the parentheses. Now in the file that we have read it down, what we need to do, we need to use a replace function over here to replace our practice word with the demo word. Okay, so for that I'll be writing x is equals to x dot replace. So the file that we have read, in which we will be replacing, what we will be replacing, we will be replacing old text comma with new text. So in this line, basically what we are doing, inside our x we are replacing this value old text to the new value that we have provided, and after that I'll write this down inside the file. So as I need to write this down inside the file, what we will be doing, we will be again opening the file in the writing mode this time, but f is equals to open demo 1.txt, and we will be opening it in the writing mode over here. Once we have opened it in a writing mode, now what we need to do, we need to write this text inside the file. So to write the text inside the file, we will be writing f.write, and what we need to write, x, we need to write x, the data which is stored in x, we need to write it inside this file, and then we will close the file by writing f.close, open close the brackets. Now if I run, nothing will happen here, but you can now see that the practice has been removed. That means it has been replaced with demo file over here. So you can provide with any text over here and it will be removed or it would be replaced over here. So this is how replacing of text is done. All you need to do is open the file in the reading mode, create two variables, the old text, that means the text which you want to replace, and the new text, that with which text you want to replace it with. Read the file and store it inside the variable. After reading the file and storing it inside the variable, in the same variable, make the changes by using the replace method, replace function over here. After that, open the file in the writing mode, write down the data which you stored in the variable previously, and then close the file. So basically this was a very simple method of doing it. Now talking about our next question over here, it says that write a Python program to open two files together in Python. So we have so far tried to open only one file in Python, but what if we want to work on two files over here? So I have created another file over here. Inside I'll be writing the same text, but instead of demo I'll be just writing the practice word over here so that it might look a little different. So there is this practice file and then there is this demo file, and now our question says write a Python program to open two files together. So guys, to open two files together, all we need to do is write the name f1 is equals to open demo1.txt. Let's open it in a reading mode, and at the same time I'm creating f2 is equals to open demo2.txt in the reading mode. So I'm opening both the files in the reading mode over here. Now what we need to do next is we need to read the lines over here. So I'll be creating a variable a is equals to f1 dot read lines. Same time b is equals to f2 dot read lines. Now if I print a comma b, let's see what do we get, because we have opened the two files, but are we getting the output as well? So if I run this, we can see over here we are getting two outputs over here, that hello, this is a demo file, I hope you all like it, thank you, and hello, this is a practice file and I hope you all like it. That means it is reading both the files at the same time. You can use a for loop also over here, but just to show you the example that okay, this actually works, that if we can open two files together and work on both the files at the same time as well. So this is how it can be done. Now moving ahead to our next question over here. Our next question over here says write a Python program to copy contents of one file to another file. So what we need to do, that whatever is there in one file, I need to copy it to another file. So let's say that I have nothing written in demo2.txt, but I do have some lines written in demo1.txt. What I need to do is I need to copy this content and paste it over here in demo.txt. So let's have a look on how it can be done. So first of all, let's open both the files over here. So I'll be writing f is equals to open demo1.txt, and I'll be opening it in the reading mode. At the same time, f1 is equals to open demo2.txt, and I'll be opening it in the appending mode, or we can use the writing mode as well. Totally up to you, that whichever mode you want to open it with. Now after this, what we need to do, we need to read all the lines from here and write it over here. If you will use the read lines method over here, what will happen, it will come in this pattern over here. It will be writing it this pattern. So I don't want this pattern over here. I want that one line should get stored over here. For storing one lines, we know that we can use for loop over here. So we will be doing that only, that we will be using a for loop over here for storing the lines which are there in demo1.txt to demo2.txt. So I'll be writing for line in f colon print f1 dot write line. So basically what I have done over here, that for line in f, that means I'm taking the lines from the f, I'm reading it, and at the same time I'm appending it to our file f1 over here. So let's run and see what output we get over here. Nothing would happen over here, but if I open my demo1.txt, nothing happens here. But in demo.txt, whatever lines were written in demo1 is now also there in demo2.txt, which means that our program is working perfectly fine. All we need to do over here was for line in f. That means for line is any variable that I have taken over here in f. That means we will be iterating through each line in f. Next is f1 dot write. That means where we will be writing these lines. So we are reading the lines from f, and now we are writing it inside the f1. So f1 dot write. What we are writing? Lines, because our line is storing this variable. So this data is getting stored inside the line, and we will be writing that inside our f1. That's how our program will work. So I hope guys all the 4 questions are clear to you, and now you have no doubts and no questions. In our next session, we will be starting with a completely new topic. So stay connected guys, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.